Yo, what's going on, guys? This is Kincaid or IceRink5am here today, and welcome to another Black Ops 2 attachment guide. My guide on the adjustable stock attachment has over 2,000 views, and I would like to thank you guys for that, so let's see if we can do the same on this video. Also, before we begin, I'd like to let you guys know that you can click BO2 Guides to go check out more attachment guides, and you can click IceRink5am to head over to my channel. Now, if you go ahead and direct your attention to my Elite Golden MSMC with my ICE emblem, you'll notice that I'm using the laser sight, and this was a much requested attachment to review, and that's what we're going to be doing the guide on today. So the laser sight is an attachment that supposedly increases your accuracy when firing from the hip, and today we're going to prove how much it really does do. So first of all, the laser sight is available on pretty much every single weapon class in Black Ops 2. The laser sight attachment is unlocked at level 3 on SMGs, level 4 on pistols, 5 for shotguns, 9 on both assault rifles and sniper rifles, and then 10 on the light machine guns. Now, I'm obviously not going to be able to show you guys what the laser sight does on each gun in every one of these classes, but what I will do is take a gun that's kind of in the middle of each category and show you what it does on that, and we can go from there. For the submachine gun test, I went ahead and used the MP7, and as you can see, the crosshairs are a little bit smaller with the laser, and the recoil is less. As you can see here on the wall, it is pretty decently decreased. Overall, this can be very useful for rushers with submachine guns, but if you're more of a conservative player, it's not really necessary. Now for the recoil test, I used the TAC-45, and the recoil is decreased a little bit, but personally, I don't think it's worth adding an attachment to a pistol. There are more important things for your creative class. Now moving on to the shotguns, I went ahead and used the Remington, and as you can see, the crosshairs are much smaller with the laser sight, and then when we compare the recoil patterns, the laser does quite a bit. Personally, I would highly recommend the laser for shotguns because you're probably going to be doing a lot of hip firing from close range, and shotguns are meant for rushing, so this laser sight will definitely help. Now moving on to the assault rifles, I've got the Type 25, and the crosshairs are decreased by a little bit, and then as you can see, the bullet spread is decreased by a fair amount with the laser sight. Overall, I would not recommend the laser sight for assault rifles because the only time you're going to need to hip fire is in close quarters combat, and if you're running an assault rifle, you should be using a reliable secondary for close engagements. Moving on to the sniper rifles, I decided to use the DSR-50, and as you can see, the crosshairs are decreased significantly in size. When we compare the bullet patterns head to head, without the laser sight, only one bullet made it onto this little section, whereas with the laser sight, all 5 of the bullets made it on. The laser sight is a phenomenal attachment for sniper rifles. Finally, we've got the LMGs, and I decided to use the LSAT for this test, and as you can see, the crosshairs are a good bit smaller. And when we take a look at the bullet spread, we see that the laser decreases it by quite a bit. Overall, the laser is recommended with light machine guns because your first shots are almost always going to be hip fire since it aims down sight slowly. So guys, that pretty much wraps up the test for the laser sight. Overall, if you like to hip fire, this is a very good attachment. I did get quite a few long range hip fires today while I was using the attachment that I normally wouldn't have gotten. Personally, I use stock over the laser sight. I feel like only one is necessary because with stock, you're going to be strafing around the corners, and then with the laser sight, you're free to go around the corners without your gun up and still get the kill with the hip fire. It's all personal preference, but the laser sight is a very good attachment for rushing. So that pretty much wraps up this attachment guide. If you did enjoy it, a like rating would be greatly appreciated. I've got quite a few hours of editing into this video. Also, if you're not already subscribed, you can go ahead and do so if you're interested in seeing more videos like this. Alright guys, thanks a lot for watching, and I really hope you enjoyed the video. On screen now are 2 of my previous videos. The one on the left is detailing the best low-level score streak setup in Black Ops 2. I'd recommend you check it out. And the one on the right is a comparison video of the PDW and the Vector K10, and I've got a lot of work into that video. You can click IceRink5am to head to my channel and subscribe, and I'll see you next video.